Hey everyone, thanks for checking out my videos. In this one I wanted to give a comparison between two 1/10 scale Nitro RC cars, one being the HSP 94122. This is the touring car chassis, and the other one I have here with me is the VRX Buggy RH1006, I believe. Um, there are slight differences between the different bodies, but generally this will cover most of the differences between the engine, the setup, materials used. But first off, this is the Spirit Buggy body. I do have a HSP Buggy on the way, but I wanted to give this comparison video first. But it's pretty nice, pretty cool. But this is the HSP body that came with this touring car. You can see it's the Flying Fish. Now HSP also rebrands under Exceed RC and Redcat Nitro, Redcat Racing Nitro, I believe. So you know they will be very similar, if not the same. But this was awesome. The picture showed a 350Z. I'm glad that it came with the GTR, and I'm actually saving this body because it's nice. And I do have other ones fitted where I cut the windows out for the nitro engine to breathe and to tune from. This was the body I had on my MT8 that got destroyed. The body managed to survive. I went ahead and cut this up, so this is one that I'll also be using on the touring car. But back to the RCs themselves. What you'll notice from the package is that the VRX comes with the FlySky GT2 transmitter, and this particular HSP, the touring car Flying Fish, came with this guy right here, MT305. I don't have much experience with this one, but no concerns. I think it's a little bit dated compared to the other one, but this is great because it only takes 4 AA's versus the 8 AA's that this one takes. But I use my multi-binding transmitter instead, so I swap out the stock one for this one right here. But what is great about both of these receivers is that they both include, or they have a built-in failsafe, which will prevent runaway, which is probably my biggest fear getting into nitro, is that these things take off if a battery pack gets loose or runs out. But built-in fail safes. This one was preset from factory. This one you just have to program, which is very easy to do. So the next major difference is the engine that you get. So the HSP, both of these come with a 0.18 series engine. This one being the CXP or Vertex VX 0.18, and then that one coming with the Force 0.18, FC 0.18, also known as. And I believe this one is a 2.74 cc displacement, and that's a 2.95 cc displacement. So the Force does make a little bit more power. It sounds and feels like it does, but both of them are great. Both of them are a blast. I have no complaints, and I'm happy to have both styles to compare and to play with, and I don't think you'd go wrong with either of them. You'll see that I already fitted metal pipes on both of these, but these are the stock plastic factory ones that come, and they're pretty much about the same. So exhaust wise, they're the same. The fuel tank on the VRX is a little bit bigger. I think that's an 80cc versus I think a 75cc on the HSP. Air filters are the same. Different variations will come with, you know, different bits of metal or plastic, so I won't get heavy into that one. But I do know that the VRX touring car does come with the metal receiver holder, which is a nice touch. But they both take the same receiver pack for AA stock. And I think something to note is that you do get a difference in build quality, and I actually do like the VRX. So both of these came in at $200, and I used the same 13% off promo code on them. But if I were to pick up one of them, based on playing around with them, and this is regardless of style, if I just chose between the two platforms, I probably would pick the VRX. I think the package comes nicer, and I'll show you some differences I noticed. And I don't know how long these have been around for. The HSP Exceed might be, you know, might have been around for a longer time. But if you noticed, if you look at these linkages that they use, this is your brake linkage, and it's just this little flimsy tube and rod with the little plastic screw to adjust your brake. And it's simple, it works, it's fine, you know. Here's your throttle linkage, and there's tends to be just more play, you know, in this one. This one I had buttoned up and adjusted very nicely, but you can see definitely the play in just the brake arm. Now, when you look at the design on the VRX, you can see that it's like an actually nice polished rod. There's no play in this arm. Side to side there is, but back and forth no. So it's a lot tighter, cleaner in the VRX. And you can see the receiver metal, but that's not something major, I would say, because I think some of the HSPs also include this. I could be wrong also, but aside from that, I think, yeah, so the build and the quality of components feels better on the FTX or the VRX. I like the engine better, being the Force 18. Feels like it's got more juice to it. I have a brushless version of the HSP, the rally car, and I'm not a big fan of the handling. I feel there's a lot of torque steer input, and someone actually commented on that and confirmed that that was something common on the HSP chassis, and I do feel a bit of that on this one as well, but it's still really fun and still a blast. But I think for that reason, I already did curb this one, and I cracked the right rear wheel a little bit, and that could be just because I suck at driving anyways, but you know, I do feel that the handling on the VRX is a little bit crisper, more clean, but that could also be because of the body style being a buggy versus a touring car. So so the handling, you know, I noticed the similarities in the HSP family I could speak about, but I can't compare the two because they are different bodies, so that will dictate the handling. But the air filters are the same, and I think those are probably the biggest differences between the two brands to note. And you know, it just comes down to looking for the best deals, and if you want to go aftermarket, I know that the CXP or the Vertex 18 engines are a lot cheaper. I think you can get one for around $50. The Force 18 engine is a little bit more expensive. I think I've seen them around $70 and plus. But when you go into the 21 series engines, it's a little bit different. But that's a different topic that I still need to learn myself. But anyways, sorry for the rambling video. Hope this helps. If you're in the toss-up between a HSP and a VRX Nitro, I don't think you'll lose with either route you go with, and just look for the best deals available. I happened to pick up both of these from Sterling Kits, and I was able to use the promo code, and if you look, they have the same one listed under different SKUs, but pick the one that's $200. It's the same thing. Except I think an N2 might be a 2-speed. So if you do see a VRX N2 variant, I believe that's a 2-speed transmission. So it's a little bit tough to find the aftermarket 2-speed parts, but I did on AliExpress, and I'm going to convert it myself, which I did, which you'll see in my next VRX unboxing video. But anyways, again, sorry for the rambling. Hope the comparison helped, so you can get a look between the two. I will say that starting them up, the HSP was much easier for me to start up than the VRX, but that's also because I did not have everything dialed in and adjusted before I went ahead and started them up. So you know, in my first run video, you can see that the force is a little bit more finicky, but that's also because I did not have things dialed in. So I do have things dialed in, and after I give the next run, I can give more feedback on that. But thanks for watching.